The date has been advanced to the first week of February. There is no merit in changing the financial year. That's the word coming in from the Shankar Acharya Panel. A panel which has been held by the former Chief Economic Advisor Shankar Acharya was set up to examine the desirability and feasibility of having a new fiscal year. Now, CNBC TV18 learns from sources that the panel is of the view that a switch from the current April to March model will result in disruption. Sapna Das is here with the details from there. Sapna, does it look like the panel is batting for a status quo?
Absolutely. In fact, the message is loud and clear. The Shankar Acharya panel that had been set up last year to suggest the desirability and the requirement for a new financial year has suggested that there should be a status quo in the current financial year being followed largely by governments as well as the corporate sector. A status quo on that front that is basically stick to April-March. What they're very clearly indicating is that the merit in switching is not as much as had been thought earlier, or rather there is not much of merit in the switch. They've also indicated very clearly that most of the expenditure cycle that was being spoken about, that has been taken care of by the preponement of the budget date itself. So that's that. Apart from this, they've had very extensive stakeholder consultations with the corporate sector, which is very large, state government, central government ministries, as well as the Reserve Bank of India. And here the point is very clear that it could be disruptive to change the financial year as of now, not just in terms of the tax policies, also revenue implications for state governments, but also the accounting methodology. Plus, a smaller point here from the RBI's point of view, they also handle the critical government's borrowing program. So all of that is now very much tied up to the April-March calendar. The corporate sector is also very largely following that. This is not the same scenario that was there in 1985, where we needed to think about the agriculture cycle, so on and so forth. So these are the suggestions that have been put forward by the Acharya panel. Well, the government at its end is still maintaining that they're examining the recommendations of the panel and a call will be taken accordingly. The panel has gone into various dates, June, July, April, March, of course, that was part of the terms of reference, and also the Jan-December calendar year.
Right, Sapna. Thanks so much for joining us with all those details. So there you have